You know what? We're gonna do this on the first take because I've been procrastinating this for like 10 years. So let's go. You may notice I don't have a cup of coffee in my hand, but instead a glass of wine. That is, I thought it would be very appropriate because since we live in Italy right now, wine, I think, surpasses coffee.
A few moments later.
Anyway, welcome to my first official YouTube video. That feels so strange to say officially, but here we are. Also, if you're wondering, this is a Chianti Classico. Amazing Tuscan wine. So why now? Why start a YouTube channel in the middle of March, in the middle of the day, on a Wednesday, in your 30s? I grew up with YouTube and I absolutely loved watching everybody online share their lives, their stories, their journeys, their ups, their downs. And I'm the only child, so for me, it felt very comforting to kind of see that because these are real people. You know, we watch movies, we watch TV series, but those are actors. On YouTube, what's nice about it is because you actually get to see a real person. You know, you get to see their emotions, what they're going through, what they're eating, where they're traveling to, their weddings, you know, their kids. And I think I loved since I was, in middle school when YouTube came out, and I grew up with that. And for me, it's always been something in the back of my mind. I'm like, I'm gonna do it one day, I'm gonna do it one day. And I just never did. And I think it's this fear, and I think it's natural in a way to, you know, talk to inanimate objects in a room, but it's just, it feels unnatural, but it's something that I was always very drawn to. And through many jobs I've had in my life, professional and hobbies, art, photography, videography was always just something that was that one thing that I never truly, fully pursued and immersed myself. And now, fast forward, I have all the time in my life, currently being unemployed and living in Italy with my husband. We just moved back because we lived here the first time, but then the world was ending in 2020, so half of our time got cut and we went back to Chicago. But now we came back a year ago and it's something that's still stuck on my mind, like YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. And, you know, I poured myself some wine and decided, fuck it. I mean, I wish I could go back in time and tell the young Maryana, just do it. Do it 10 years ago. Do it when YouTube started. Put yourself out there and have fun. Because I always had this almost like imposter syndrome. Sorry, English is my fourth language, so I'm still trying to figure out the little technicalities. So I wanted to start my own adventure, I guess you could say, on this platform, because I've gotten through the years so much from YouTube, from all the cooking videos, all the travel guides, all the life vlogs, all the day in the life, tons and tons of content, and it helped me immensely. Again, being the only child and not really having anybody else, being an immigrant to America and not knowing anybody, now being an immigrant in Italy and not knowing anybody, YouTube has always kind of been that friend and the community on there that just, it's always there for you. And I wanted to contribute to that. And I was thinking like, no, what can I offer? But it's interesting, you know, what do I have to share? Where can I contribute to YouTube? There's been millions and millions, billions of videos put up now. But I think each one of us, we have our own perspective. We have our own opinions, our experiences. And I think that's something that makes us unique, because you may be going through something and struggling with something, and you can help somebody by sharing that and sharing your thoughts and opinions, because you may have figured out a way to get out of this rut or just improve your life. And you can share that with somebody else, or with dozens or hundreds or millions of people online that may be going through something like you are in this moment. Another thing I like about YouTube, especially whenever I watch those travel vlogs or those life vlogs, I like the fact that it connects us. The world is such a big place, 8 billion people now, over 8 billion. When you have social media, when you have YouTube, in this instance, the world doesn't seem like such a big and scary place. Atlas, do you want some wine? No, he doesn't like wine. He likes Prosecco. He's not a huge Reds person. This is Atlas. We got him here the first time we were in Italy. There's also a cat somewhere in the house we adopted last year from a local shelter here. He's probably eating one of my plants. It's kind of an interesting time for me right now in my life, because I don't know what I want to do. The things I went to school for and got my degree in is kind of irrelevant. It's an interesting time because you feel like you want to do everything, but you end up doing nothing in the end of the day. And I think procrastination over the last couple of years, and I think especially since 2020, has gotten the best of me because you always put things off. It's like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. But you never end up doing it. And it's like, it's 2024. Where have the last 4 years gone and you still haven't accomplished anything? And it's this time in my life that I think I really want to hone in, zoom in on things I want to accomplish, especially, by my birthday, by end of June, and things by the end of the year, and things maybe by the time I'm 35 and 40. I don't want to wake up one day, be 50, and always wonder the what if. There's actually a fun quote I read online the other day. I'm not one for quotes, but this one really stood up. Hold on. So the quote or the saying kind of goes along the lines of, people are a lot more unhappy when they look back on their lives about the things they didn't do than they are about the mistakes they made when they were trying to do things. And it sounds maybe kind of goofy to you, but it's interesting because it almost creates this thought of, you always judge yourself even before you take the first step, and then you just never take the first step, and then you wake up and you're 70, if you're lucky to make it that far. And it made me realize how much time I wasted, honestly, at the end of the day. Not to be philosophical or profound, but that's what it is. At the end of the day, we all have 24 hours, we all have 365 days. And I see so many people accomplishing so many great things, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like, no, you do it, you go get it. And I'm always here motivating people, but then I realize that I'm not motivating myself. And I hope this doesn't sound like a ramble. This will either be 5 minutes or 50 minutes. We'll see. Hopefully it's good enough to even upload to YouTube if you're seeing this. That means it went good. I want to document this part of my life because I want to look back 10, 15 years from now. I don't know where I'll be living or what I'll be doing, where my husband and I will be. If this little guy hopefully he'll be there. And I want to document these moments in life that are just going by so fast. It goes by like that and it's gone. And I kind of want to capture these moments, especially, living overseas, abroad. I have family and friends all over the world now. And it's so difficult to connect and make those relationships. And I think through this art form of videography, I can share the moments with other people because that's something I love to do. I love watching other people's moments and being a part of their lives digitally. Maybe it sounds sad, but that's the day and age we live in. Technology is only moving forward, and I want to document this part of my life because I won't be 30 forever. I won't be 35. I won't be 40 forever. I won't be living in this house forever. My husband and I, we always love to go on adventures. We always love to try new things and go to interesting and crazy and cool places. And I think I love sharing those moments, and I want to get better about sharing those moments. And there's a lot of these ideas I always have in my mind, a lot of these experiences, a lot of things that I find interesting, and hopefully some people online at the other side of the screen, they also find interesting and they'll tag along on this journey. Thinking about going forward with YouTube, I was thinking what else can I contribute? And then I think once you start thinking once you get in the flow, that state of mind, you keep going, and the ideas are just like, oh yeah, I can do this. I can show them this. I can this. I mean, living in Italy, not being so good on the language yet. There's a lot of things that I think a lot of people don't share with the world, and a lot of things I would like to share. And I think I have an interesting perspective on life, having my life experiences, and really kind of stepping outside of my comfort zone, because naturally, if you know me, you know I'm an introvert. I do not like to be in the spotlight too much, but I do like to create. I've always enjoyed especially photography. I enjoyed photography. Oh my God. I think I did photos on those little old film cameras back in the day before I could talk. But I always enjoyed photography, and videography was more of a new thing for me. But I think it's more interesting because you get to capture like the actual emotion the person has and the moment in time, and it's just preserved forever. And I think that's so cool. And I think with everything, all the craziness going on in the world right now, we need more positivity, you could say, more kind of beauty, and show the beauty of life and how precious and short life is, and how it should be, I think, treasured and nurtured. And I just want to share kind of my experience, my journey. Hopefully this resonates with some of you and you follow me on this, because I have a lot of awesome ideas I would love to share, and I would love to help people in their life and kind of create a community of people where they could just communicate, and it doesn't matter where you are, even what language you speak, Google translates. It connects us all, and I think it's wonderful. So definitely stay tuned for more. I probably didn't talk about everything I wanted to because I got carried away. Don't drink wine at noon. But stay tuned for future, well, very future, because I plan to upload maybe once or twice a week. Hopefully this all goes well, and stay tuned for all the future adventures. Oh my God, these stairs are so cold. The wine really helps with the nerves.